Starting off, I'm going to apply the Stage Makeup, which is this creamy white base that I'm going to apply all over my face with this foundation brush for an even application. So I'm going to continue to buff this out all over my skin until it's completely covered, but just not too much in the areas near the eyes or too much in the mouth, because we're going to add other colors over that. And also keep in mind, since we're going for more of the Joaquin Phoenix Joker version look, we're going for the non-perfected makeup look. Okay, now that we have our base set for this application, I'm going to take a cotton swab and just carve out the areas where I'm going to apply color next. So I'm just going to create like the triangular shapes under my eyes and also take a little bit away from like the mouth areas. So if I want my blues to be intensified and it gets mixed with the white cream, then it will give me a lighter version of the blue versus it being a very intense, rich blue. Next, I'm going to apply some of the Smashbox primer onto my eyelids with this brush and also apply it in some of the areas where I want to intensify some of the colors. Now with this cream palette, I'm going to use the blue shade and just start carving out the shapes on my face. I'm going to start creating these triangular shapes above my eyebrow and a little bit below, and then just fill them in. And don't worry about the lines being too crisp and clean or it being like a perfect triangle, because we're not really going for that look, even though we are going to clean it up just a little bit. Now with the Sigma EO6 wing liner, I'm going to carve out the edges of the triangle to give it a little bit more precision. I'm going to intensify the colors a little bit more by using this Smashbox Bold Eye Palette, using the blue color, and I'm just going to tap that into my skin to give it more intensity. I'm also going to be using a blending brush to create a little bit more depth, and don't be scared if it comes out a little bit out of the lines. It's okay to get messy. Using that same blue shade from the Smashbox palette, I'm going to just begin to start carving out the shapes under my eyes and just layer it all on. So I'm going to be creating the same shapes that I did above my eyebrow, just now under my lid. And then I'm going to go back in with that wing liner, that EO6 from Sigma, to just carve out and just give it a little bit more precision. Using that blending brush once again to just pack in the eyeshadow, just tapping it in lightly so it can intensify the colors and have it set. Then I want to drag a little bit of that tip a little bit down and define it a little bit by creating light strokes across it. So instead of it looking so refined, you're creating a little bit more grit to the look. Wiping off some of the makeup just off the tip of my nose in preparation for the next application. With that same cream palette, I'm going to use the red and just tap that into my nose with this brush, and then along with my fingers and just tapping it in lightly into just the tip of my nose, and tapping it on will also give it that messier look. Using the Covergirl Overthrown palette, I'm going to use this color Swipe. It's a deep rich blue, which I'm just going to pack on into my eyelids. To give the eyes a little bit more intensity, I'm going to just rim my waterline with this black liner. Then going back in with the Smashbox blue color and layering that over and blending it in. Using a felt tip liner to just line out a little bit of the corners of my eyes and give it a little bit more depth. To make the eyes pop, I'm going to use these eyelashes by e.l.f. and then apply mascara to the bottom of my lashes. Going back in with the cream colored palette to use the color red to carve out my eyebrows, which was a little bit difficult being that I barely have a forehead. But you want to just create light strokes and not make them too pronounced. I also dragged a little bit of the front part of the eyebrow to give it a little more grit. Wiping off most of the excess makeup near the lip and mouth area in preparation for the next application. I'm going to be using the Nars red lipstick in Red Lizard, and I'm just going to apply this as normal lipstick but a little bit over my lip area and then extend it all the way out. Then going back in with the cream palette in red, I'm just going to go ahead and extend the lip. Taking that cotton swab again, and I'm just going to go ahead and create these wrinkles all through my forehead, all through like my smile lines, and also near the eye areas to just create that gritty look. And the last thing to complete this look is by using some green hair colored hairspray to just give yourself the whole green haired look.